Allie, you left your coffee.
Up here.
I took a drink.
Thanks.
Hey guys, I am fresh-faced, ready to go. I am going to be doing a holiday makeup tutorial. There's nothing on my face. I have been really into Aquaphor for a super long time. I just put it on my lips every once in a while, and also I do like to start with my makeup routine. I always like to have Aquaphor on my lips. That's just like a really small little baby thing. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do after I've gotten my skin nice and moisturized, I did put some on my neck, all of my products, I use this called Time Balm. And this is why can't I think? Primer. This is a primer. And I just put about a pea size, maybe more, just depending. It's super moisturizing and it feels so good. Okay, I've got my primer on and now I am ready to start my face. The first thing I use is the Makeup Forever, and I use this in a R300. I do not use a lot of foundation. I use like one pump, and you can still see like the rosiness through my cheeks. I'm totally okay with that. With putting on concealer and everything else, I just think that it's like unnecessary to go crazy. You can still have a good coverage with one pump. The next thing I'm going to be using is the Master Conceal. I think this is Maybelline. I don't use a lot. I literally don't use very much at all, and I just kind of dab it on my fingers before and tap it with my fingers. I do not use a lot of brushes when I do my makeup. I think that using your finger can just really melt the makeup in very nicely and blends really well too. I notice that I'm getting a little bit more comfortable in front of the camera, so that's fun because that just means that like the more you do it, the more comfortable you get, I guess. I went through a phase where like I just hated all social media and I thought it was so stupid, but then, you know, I kind of found myself in a place where like I was looking for just some entertainment to really help me just grow and feed my soul the right types of entertainment, and that's how I fell on to YouTube, and I was just like, oh my gosh, there's some really cool Christian YouTubers, and I think it would be fun to jump in and add to it, I guess. So the next thing I'm going to be using, I love this stuff. Normally during the week I'll just use this. I don't do the whole thing throughout the week. It's just a lot of work, honestly. But the Infallible Pro, I really like this stuff, and I use the 200. It is a little dark for me, but if you blend well, it's okay. The first thing I do is I use the pad that comes with it, and I just dab this underneath my eyes. I'll always start with that, just to set the concealer, and then I go through the rest of my face and cover my face. Okay, so now I'm just going through with a brush and just dabbing and blending everything in. Next thing I'm going to be using, this is honestly, I don't even know, my friend gave me this. It's just this giant palette of bronzer, and I just go kind of crazy with it. I start on my cheeks and I'll work my way down. I really like to bronze. I used to be really into tanning, but it is just so bad for your skin, and as I've gotten older, I just don't want to take any chances. I really feel like it's important just to take care of your skin, and if you can try to stop the aging process, or not help it rather with tanning, then I just try not to do that as much. But bronzer does the trick. Okay, so now that I've just kind of gone over my whole face with bronzer, I like to do a different bronzer. This one is the Sweet Peach Glow. This is kind of dirty, but the bronzer, blush, and highlighter. Today we are just using the bronzer and the blush. This bronzer in the peach palette, I only put on my cheekbone right through here. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna do, since we're already here, I'm just gonna go ahead and put a little bit of blush on my apples of my cheeks. I'm gonna do a little fake smile, just so you can see where that's at. I feel like my cheeks are pretty big. I kind of know where to put it, so I don't really have to do all that smiling business. Okay, now that we're done with most of the face, I am gonna go through and do just a little bit of contouring. I try not to go crazy. I just like to use a very small amount. We've already put the concealer underneath the eyes. Sometimes it's just fun to brighten them up a little bit, so that is what I'm going to do. I do not know the sizes. I've got these on Amazon a while ago. Putting that underneath my eyes, and then a little through the middle of my forehead, down through the middle of my nose, above my lip. There we go. And then just a little bit underneath the cheek. I am having a little bit of a breakout through here, so it's nice because this contour kit does give a little bit of coverage too. Now I'm going back through with a smaller brush and doing just a little bit of contouring with the dark. Now we did spend a lot of time on on the face area, but that's okay. I mean, this is holiday makeup. We're supposed to look fancy, right? Just going through on my jaw, putting a little pronunciation through there, and then I just go through and I blend again. Okay, so now we are done with all of that, and I'm gonna go into the eyeshadow look. I'm going for a little bit more of like a burgundy red type vibe, so I am going to do like a pinker tone on my eyes. We are going to start with the Huda Beauty. This is her textured rose gold palette. This one is just super fun. The colors are so pretty. Let me just kind of show you. There we go. Okay. I'm a big fan of this color collection, and it's fun to do. Today I am not going to use primer for my eyes. I might actually use a contour stick. It has a dark and a light. I'm just going to be using the light side. And I'm just going to dab a little bit on my eye just to even out the skin tone, and then use my finger to melt and blend that in. And that will be my primer. I'm going to be using Shy. This is a very natural pink tone, and I'm dabbing. I like to dab a lot of my makeup on, and this is such a thick consistency on this eyeshadow that I just really like to dab, and you're not really supposed to pull your eyelid, but this helps me blend better, I think. Okay, so the next color we're going to use is Suede. I'm going to use this in the crease. I just feel like, did you ever notice that there's one eye that just always works or does better? And then I'm just going back over that with a little bit of the Shy again to blend it all in. And then we are going to get a little fun and dramatic. I'm going to use a little bit of cocoa in the corner. This is like a burgundy color. And I just add like a tiny bit to the tip of the brush and just put it in the corner. Now for the fun part, we are going to use a little bit of this super glittery color, Trust Fund. I'm not a giant fan of glitter, but around the holidays, you gotta do some fun makeup, so that's what we're gonna do. We're only putting this just on the lid. It's very glittery, so if you get like a little chunky, you just kind of have to keep working it in until it's no longer chunky. That's just the best way for me to say that. I'm going to put a little bit of a lighter color through here. We're gonna use Bay, and that's just like a flat white color. Well, it's like an off-white. And then the Moon Dust, and that does have a little bit of shimmer to it. I like to take a little bit of the eyeshadow just underneath, right through here. And that helps create a little bit of a line and just blends everything in very nicely. Don't like anything too crazy, although we are going to put a little bit of eye shadow underneath the eye. And we'll use a little bit of henna. That's just this darker color. I don't think we use it on the top, but everything else we're using on the top is just too dark. We're gonna go into the eyebrows. What I like to use it's an eyebrow pencil, and I just comb my eyebrows out and then fill in where it's needed. Now, eyebrows are a little bit more of a tedious part of the makeup process, so I mean, it can easily take, I don't know, it just feels like forever doing my eyebrows. The next thing I do is I use this Anastasia Beverly Hills eyebrow gel. This is the espresso color. It's darker than my eyebrows, but it blends really well. Okay, so after we're done with our eyebrows, we are going to just put a little bit of eyeliner on. I don't use anything special. I don't even know where this is from. It's probably just from Walmart, just a stick. And I'm only lining the eyelash line. I don't like to use a lot. They say you're not supposed to. It's like a really bad thing to like pull your eyelid, but I just don't know how anybody else does it, so I have to just be honest with you guys. I pull my eyelid, and every once in a while I'll just stop and see where I'm at. Sometimes it's hard to see exactly what's going on when your eye is closed. And today I think I do want to do a little bit of a cat eye. Now I have super straight eyelashes. Like, I'm telling you, they're very straight and they're not very long and they're not very big. So I don't really like to use eyelashes all the time. Sometimes I would. Like, I do use an eyelash curler. You have to be super careful with the eyelash curler though, because if not, you can do some damage. And then my favorite just drugstore brand mascara is the Luminous by L'Oreal. Big time fan. I love this stuff. So I'm just gonna go and curl my eyelashes. So the next thing we're doing is the L'Oreal Voluminous mascara. This is my favorite drugstore mascara. I've tried a ton of different mascaras, but this one by far is my favorite. I like the mascara to have a little bit of a rough look to it, so if it does get a little bit messy underneath, as long as it's not like chunky messy, it's okay. I like using the Laura Mercier, and if I'm saying this wrong, just forgive me guys. I just put a tiny little bit on the brush and then swirl it around in the lid. So at the end, I go through and use a highlighter. I like using a ton of different ones right now. With the pink look, I'm going to be using a pink NYX highlighter. And I just kind of draw that on. I stop like right there. I do like to go farther than I guess most people would go. And I really just like to have like this whole area shimmery. And in the corners of my eye. So for the lip, we are going to do like a burgundy lip. I'm going to just use this. I've got this at Sally's. It's like a darker nude color for the lip, and I just gently go over the edge of my lip. I don't like harsh lines. And I'm gonna go over the entire lip. So there is the lip liner. The next thing I'm going to be using is a pencil. This is also from Sally's, and this is like a burgundy pencil. And I'm just gonna go ahead and put this all over my lip as well. So it's not blended super well, obviously you can see that, but we are gonna go over it with a little bit of a gloss. I really love this Mentha Shimmer Mint from Bath & Body Works. It is one of my favorite lip glosses. I use that every day, just the gloss, but today we're going to place it over the lip that we've got going on. So the last thing I do is I will spray the All Nighter Urban Decay. That will just hold all of my makeup in place, and I can celebrate Christmas. So here is the Christmas festivity look. Very natural, super easy. Lots of products though, so you do have to be aware of that. And this is it. So I hope you enjoyed the makeup tutorial. Bye guys.